Hi, Anthony Hurwitz, Coldwell Banker Realty, Phoenix, Arizona. Home buyers have many decisions that they need to make. One of those decisions is whether to purchase a lot on which to build, to purchase a new build, also known as a spec home, or to purchase a resale. I will cover some of the advantages and disadvantages of each of these alternatives. Let's begin with purchasing a lot. What are some of the advantages and disadvantages? Customization, you can design the layout and any finishes. You can also determine whether you want to obtain any new technology and energy efficient features. And finally, you can decide on what type of lot you would like. Do you like an inline lot, a corner lot, or a lot with a great view, such as mountains, golf course, etc., if available? Are there disadvantages? Sure. It's time consuming to build a home. It takes usually at least 6 months and oftentimes more than a year. There can be unexpected costs, there can be change orders, there can be problems with obtaining site preparation, and also there might be some material and labor shortages when you go through the actual construction process. And finally, it can be very stressful to build a home. So it requires a lot of patience, a lot of coordination, and an eye for detail. All right, let's move on to purchasing a new build. A great advantage is that it's move-in ready. There's really nothing you need to do. The minute you purchase the home, you can move in. There are many warranties that come with a new build by law, which are very important. And the other thing is there's a lot of modern amenities in the home. Okay, it has very up-to-date and modern finishes and technological efficient appliances and other features. However, there are some disadvantages. There's a limit as far as customization because the home is already built. Sometimes it can be a much higher cost and it may have certain finishes that are more expensive that you may not necessarily desire. And then finally, there are potential construction issues. There could be some defects that were not corrected during construction. And the reason for that is that there was no inspection by an outside inspector prior to the home being completed. All right, and finally, let's talk about purchasing a resale. First of all, a resale is going to be in an established neighborhood. So there's going to be mature landscaping around the house, likely, as well as in the community. And the community is going to have several amenities already. The character and charm of a resale can be quite significant. A lot of times, the architecture is of an older variety that you don't see anymore that you may find very appealing. And finally, there's a possibility that you may have more leverage in price negotiations, certainly more than you would with a lot or with a new build. There are disadvantages. The main one is that you're going to have maintenance and upcoming repairs that you wouldn't normally have so quickly with either a new build or if you were building a home on a lot. There are also going to be, in some cases, some outdated features in the home in terms of layout, etc., which you may not approve of, which you may have to change. And then finally, with a resale, usually there really aren't any warranties that are available with a resale. So these are things that you need to consider. I hope that my going over these three alternatives, purchasing a lot, purchasing a new build, or purchasing a resale, and outlining the advantages and disadvantages was helpful. There are certainly more advantages and disadvantages than I have mentioned, and I highly recommend that when you decide to purchase a home, that you consult a realtor. And here I am, Anthony Hurwitz, Coldwell Banker Realty, Phoenix, Arizona, 310-702-1055. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much.